My cheeks are too fluffy. Pat that fur down just a bit. I got a scarf on today, even though it's 60 degrees outside. No matter. Hold on a second. Little smudge. Much better. Greetings and salutations, everybody out there. It's good to see you again. It's good to talk to you again. I missed you. I hope you're all doing well. I hope that you're getting everything that you deserve in life and everything is going according to your plans. And yeah, I just hope everything's well with you. I thought I'd take a little bit of a break from our regularly scheduled programming, if you know what I'm saying, to talk about something that I have been thinking about for quite some time. This is somewhat in reference to this year, 2021, being the 10th year that I'm going to be in the furry fandom, which already I cannot believe. It does not feel like it's been that long at all. Time sure flies when you're having fun, especially as a giant floopy creature. My question is, can anybody really leave the furry fandom? And when I say leave, what I mean is, can anybody really, I guess renounce is the right word, being a furry? I'm sure for some it's a very easy answer. I've seen a very large divide on this topic, and I've seen some furs who have left the fandom and have not returned. I have seen some who have said that they're going to leave the fandom and they never do. I've seen some that they leave for a while and they come back. Some of them call that a break. And others I've seen who they say that they're no longer a furry, but they are still participating in the fandom's activities. This video is also in reference to a time in my life personally where I actually left the furry fandom somewhere in the area of 2017 and 2018. I left the fandom, right? Long story short, it was basically and almost 100% because of a relationship that I was in. There were some other things that played into it, like I didn't enjoy it as much, I wasn't getting as much out of it, but that's neither here nor there. It's just, generally speaking, it was because I was with somebody who did not approve, and that's the long story short. But yeah, I'm curious, what is your take on this? Can you really leave the furry fandom? To reiterate, one identifies as a furry only if they want to and if they prefer to. All well and good. However, I am curious about the difference between calling yourself a furry and being a part of the furry fandom. You might think, well, Samson, what's the difference? I thought that's what a furry was. And yeah, for the most part, it sounds like that's what a furry is. But if you think about it, there are people who are part of the fandom, but they don't identify necessarily as a furry. For example, someone who is a part of the fandom might just be a con attendee. They may wear a costume or a fursuit or a character model of some kind, dress up as that individual character, have a persona slash an OC, they can hang out with friends, commission artwork, what have you. And they could say, oh yeah, I'm into the furry fandom. You see where that comes from? I'm into the furry fandom. But the next question that we can ask them is, alright, well, are you a furry? The answer may sometimes be no. I am not a furry, but I am part of the fandom because I enjoy the activities within the fandom. My tongue keeps going to the side. I swear I'm not moving it. I move it all the time, but not right now. I'm Lem. I'm Lem you. Going back a bit, when I did leave the fandom, right, it was never because I lacked appreciation for the fandom. It wasn't because I lost interest. It wasn't because I thought it to be a bad place or a how shall I say, it wasn't an unloving area. or a place where I found it to be harsh or bitter. It was merely me having trouble connecting with it. So it was not the fandom's fault. I just want to make that clear. It was never the fandom or anybody in the fandom that caused me to take a sabbatical for a time. However, it was something that really it really did a number on me and my mental health. It put me into a lot of sadness. It made me unhappy to not be a part of this thing that I enjoyed for so many years. And why quit now, right? And I couldn't see myself after a while. I couldn't see myself without it. It was that impactful, and it was that special that I still wanted to continue in it, whatever that meant, and I had to figure that out on my own. Well, it wasn't until I realized there was nothing wrong. A big part of it was because I was with the wrong person, and I just had to find those new stimulating areas and things that I loved once again. So you know what I did? I went back and I completely just reinstated myself. And what I mean by that, I started from the beginning. I went back and watched every single video I could find that originally brought me into the fandom, and that somehow was so impactful and just lovely and awesome. I couldn't believe it. Was like I was falling in love all over again. So yeah, I guess that would be a little bit of advice for you, is if you're feeling kind of down and out and you're feeling like this fandom has not much to offer you, think about why you joined it in the first place. And hey, no judgments here. Maybe you don't feel like you're a part of this fandom anymore. Maybe you don't want to be a furry anymore. But then you ask yourself the question, can I really leave this fandom? And really, what does leaving mean anyway? I guess somebody who left the fandom, right? I don't know why I keep doing air quotes, because I have I don't even have 5 fingers. Three quote, there you go. It's a clock quote. I guess a proper definition of somebody who leaves the fandom, there I did it again, is someone who does not participate in it at all, who completely disconnects themselves from it and does not go back. Appreciation? Maybe. Maybe they still have friends that they talk to, because you can't really get rid of those friends so easily. They are someone who does not find themselves to be very fitting in the fandom anymore. So for that reason, they step away and they say, this is no longer for me. But I think we're all wondering, have you really left? We can wait. We'll be here. And that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you all are doing well. I love you all. Thank you so much for all of your continued love, support, likes, comments, everything that you give. I really don't know what to say about it. It's just so inspiring and beautiful to see that every single day of my life. Sometimes I catch myself while I'm at work just scrolling through my phone because I can't put it down, reading all the comments and seeing all the beauty that's just coming out of this channel. And saying thank you doesn't seem like nearly enough. Bye. Bye. My snout's too big. I can't get out of frame. Ugh. Now I can't get up. And here we have a baby. It's a baby. But he's not a baby anymore. He's a big boy. Look at him. Look how big he is. He's such a big boy. Isn't he?